his just ability to be prepared and ready to play on an every night basis is very contagious when you got a guy like that. You got a leader like that, that regardless, whatever the circumstances may be, he's a guy that's always ready to go. And when you see that, you know, whatever you're going through, you know, you make no excuses. You just get prepared and you fall in line and you get ready to go.
The beautiful thing about that is Russ's personality. He could have easily retreated after what happened in LA with the Lakers, gone into himself and became more selfish and did things out for his own, but that's just not who he is. And it's exemplary what he's doing, what he did last year, but I'm looking forward to more leadership, excitement, emotion from Russell and what he brings to the table. That says a lot about who he is as a person. That's why if you talk to teammates about, former teammates about Russell, they love him to death.
I think we touched on this Sunday a little bit, but I remember in the playoff series against the Suns, I was expecting them to show kind of disrespect, letting him shoot outside of the three. I thought we'd hear some chatter. It was nothing but respect from his one-time teammate, Kevin Durant. Chris Paul said, hey, when this is all said and done, people will realize how great of a player he really was. The guy's averaged a triple-double for basically the last 3 or 4 years of his career, and that's all good and well. It's the heart and the soul that he plays with. I mentioned this too before. Last year, when we played Oklahoma City in the playoffs in 2014, I remember asking Doc Rivers in a pregame interview, how do you slow down Kevin Durant? He said, you don't slow down Kevin Durant. You slow down Russell Westbrook. He is the head of the snake. He is the charge for that team. I have the feeling, while he might not lead the team in scoring or even shots, he will be the head of the snake for this Clipper squad.
Well, he's assuming kind of a different role for him, but yet can still be effective. But he's embraced that role, which filters down to his teammates, and ultimately Clippers win, he wins in regards to success.
Fontecchio able to slow him down. Gets it inside to Covington. Markkanen deflection. Utah has it. Sexton. Long strides into the front court. Clippers have led the entire ball game. Whistle foul. Stops the clock. 5:24 to play here in this first half.
And you see Diabate in the lineup right now. No Zubac.
Zoo not going to return. Yep. Back spasms. Clippers have a week before their next preseason game, which will be in downtown Los Angeles against the world champion Denver Nuggets. There's Covington again with those hands. Knocks it out of bounds. It'll stay with Utah.
And 10 seconds left underneath on the bounce. You want to make sure you force this pass either to the corner or out towards half court. Clippers at times last year was kind of lackadaisical, giving up baskets, cutting underneath out of bounds.
Sexton. Fontecchio for three. Great heads-up play by Westbrook. Clippers on the 4-on-1. Lob to Covington. Reverse layup is good. Counted on a foul. As Covington was clobbered at the cup, he'll go to the line for two.
Well, what made that play so special? One, Russell Westbrook couldn't get the ball, but he tipped it out. Kawhi immediately gave it up. Why that's important, it puts the defense, John Collins, in a precarious situation. He doesn't know where to go. Now, the spacing wasn't great, but the mindset to get it out quick, make a play, make a pass, paid off for the Clippers.
It was just one free throw. I'm still in preseason mode, Jim Jackson. My
Did
apologies.
You say two?
I did.
You didn't see the basket go in?
I did see it go in.
With the glasses
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm in preseason mode.
Well, you got a smudge on your glasses on that left side where the court. That's what it was.
You're a good teammate.
No,
I appreciate you. Horton Tucker finds Collins in the corner for three. Lob ahead to Diabate. This is on the chip shot. Horton Tucker creates space. A lot of threes here, but not a lot of makes. Might have to repaint the rims here at halftime. Jazz 5 for 22. Clippers 4 of 18. Diabate doing work inside, surrounded by defenders, but Collins digs it out. Here comes Sexton with 4:20 to play here in the first half. Horton-Tucker, strong drive. Westbrook back the other way. George to Russell inside. Diabate can't float it home. You remember that time when I said this doesn't look like a preseason game at all?
I do remember that. Now it's starting to look like a preseason game.
I'll take the fault on that one. The broadcaster's jinx in place. Covington. Leonard for three. Wolf. Clippers 4 for 20 from the three-point line.
37% overall for the Clips right now. I'm a skew towards the positive. We're getting good looks. I think fatigue may be setting in just a little bit for both teams. As I say that, Collins mails it to the second row.
A little take-home souvenir here in Seattle. We got a timeout. Thank goodness. 3:22 to play here in the first half.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
I'm always the first one up. I'm always up for a challenge. I'll overcome any obstacle. I don't believe in limits. I refuse to be average.
Clipper fans, now's the time to become a 23-24 season member and get immediate access to all seating options and experiences for the 24-25 season at Intuit Dome. Visit clippers.com/season ticket to secure your membership today. The Great Wheel. One of the many things to see here in Seattle. It has been a minute since the Clippers played. You got to go all the way back April of 2008. And if you were with us back then, I'll jog your memory a little bit. It was when Elton Brand, it was that whole year, Elton Brand was coming off an Achilles injury, and it was his first game back. It was right here. Came off the bench, and he looked like Elton Brand. He scored 16 points in a limited time, but that's how long ago it has been since the Clippers played an official game here in the Emerald City. Marketing. Good ball movement. Olynyk in the corner for three. Westbrook with a flat-footed rebound.
Yeah, I credit Roko's defense that time one-on-one with Marketing, forcing him, despite the size, to kick it out. And now, in transition, Kawhi able to finally knock a much-needed three in for the Clippers.
Clarkson gives to Olynyk, and now to Dunn, 14 to shoot. Olynyk bounces into Diabate, and looks like he'll go to the free throw line here for a couple.
In transition, Russ once again, he collapses the defense, forces Chris Dunn below the free throw line, and that's important because the trail man in that particular instance was Kawhi Leonard. Able to square them puppies up. Knock it in.
On the Clippers opening night Wednesday on October 25th as they take on the Portland Trail Blazers. Go to clippers.com/tickets to reserve your seats today. We'll see one of those rookie studs, Scoot Henderson, on opening night, and he looks the part. If I had put money on Scoot Henderson to win that big, he just looks like an NBA-ready player right out of the gate. Diabate lays it in.
Well, I think he'll have a lot more opportunity with the ball in his hands maybe than Wembanyama early, especially early on in the season. Beautiful backdoor cut, you know, and I think that plays to his advantage in regards to if he plays well, plays smart, with Chauncey Billups gives him a slight edge. But again, Luka started his rookie year off slow, kind of figured some things out, and then on the back end kind of caught up to Trae Young. With Russ, transition, Diabate waits a little bit before he encroaches upon the space. Eyes up at the rim, catch. There it is, eyes up, finishes.
Under 2 to play here in this first half. First quarter was very fun.
That's what you're saying. I mean, when you preface it like that and we're in the second quarter, it leads to another comment, meaning
no,
what?
It just leads to your imagination.
No,
That's what it was.
not me. You said the comment.
You're being the collective. You're the collective we.
Okay, so what would you like us to imagine after that statement about the second quarter?
This is preseason and then some. But we're in Seattle. We're at an NBA game, and I'm still having a good time. Markkanen comes away with a rebound.
And more importantly, I had my pregame pretzel, so everything is all good, brother.
Did you pay for that pretzel?
See, that's not necessary.
See,
you
but
don't
I'm
have to put my
curious.
business. I got friends in Seattle. I've been here, so I know people. Just because you don't know people, don't get mad at me. You didn't have to throw that out there.
I know people. They just don't want me to acknowledge that I know them, certainly in a public setting.
Well, listen, if it's free as for me, give me 3.
Clarkson, watched by George late in the clock. He flourishes in moments like this. Maybe not there. Tough shot. Covington with a rebound. Little 2-man game with Leonard and George. Drive of the dish. Covington run off the line. Forgot to dribble. Turnover Clippers.
Rocco didn't feel comfortable shooting, and Paul George told him, on that kick, you got to let that thing go.
Clippers 8 turnovers. They have forced 12. Diabate takes a mighty swipe and knocks the ball free from Collins in mid-flight. Stutter step dribble for Westbrook. Great ball movement for the Clippers, and moments of hesitation for Kawhi. He recalibrates, he reboots his system, and Kawhi Leonard knocks down a 3. Clippers now scorching from the 3-point line, 6 of 22.
What's that, 2 in a row, though, almost, right?
I believe it is.
Okay, there we go, see? After your comment about the first quarter.
They were 4 for 20. Collins, no. George with a rebound. No 2-for-1 opportunity here for the Clippers. They will take the advantage into the locker room. They did lead by 12 on Sunday and then would trail in the second half by 11. Unlikely to see George and Kawhi Leonard in the second half. But tune in to find out. Both have played roughly 20 minutes here. George for 3. 4 seconds to play for Markkanen. Checks the clock, puts up the shot, and draws the foul with half a second to play in the half.
That's a preseason foul. That's what I'm going to say.
So it's okay for you to say that.
Of course. I'm the player, so I'm making excuses for the players right here. And, you know, you want to do the right thing and contest the shot, but sometimes you just want to be in the presence, put a hand up, don't swipe down, don't swipe back. That was a mental mistake right there.
They're trying to see if this is a 2 or a 3.
Let's see. Markkanen, well,
That'll
he's
be a
in
2.
Yeah, inside it.
Clippers will return home tonight. And then again, a week off. I like the way that this preseason is structured. 1 week of training camp, 2 games. Another week of training camp, 2 games. Another week before you play for real, as we mentioned, on October 25th. A lot of time to get some stuff in. We've talked about here in the first couple of ball games. Really good place to start for the Clippers. 2 free throws coming up here for Markkanen. Take a look at the start of the season here for the Clippers. It'll be interesting. I really feel, I'm not saying any disrespect to those teams, I feel like Clippers really could get off to a great start in the first month and a half of the season, and I think it's needed.
Well, remember, we talked about this last year, is that the Clippers let some games get away early in the season. Now, again, full complement, trying to figure out some injuries, trying to figure out some things. But games that they could have won, that would have bowled